Well, here we are coming up the back path behind the house. And riding the cart here. But, you know, I mean, pretty cool spot up here. When we moved up here, this was like a desert. Now, as you can see, there's trees, lots of trees, and young trees. But I'm especially happy with this little fellow over here. Yeah, he doesn't look like much. The Shagbark Hickory. Now, Shagbark Hickories haven't traveled this far north in this area since the glacier retreated. Now they're kind of moving up here, and there's some pockets of northern Shagbark Hickory that it's speculated were brought up by the native people and the First Nations people. And I guess I'm doing my part, because this is a little fella, along with some others I'm putting on the property that I've established up here. Now the climate zones are getting better, I guess. The glacier has retreated, and I guess we've got some global warming. But Shagbark Hickory, I think the reason that the native folks, you know, move them is because they were an excellent source of protein. Shagbark nuts are delicious and edible, and it's speculated that they brought them north as they migrated north and south with their provisions, and either intentionally planted them, or they were, by virtue of the fact they were dropped accidentally, they sprouted in the areas that the native folks were traveling. Anyway, excellent tree for a lot of reasons. The nuts, as I've mentioned, are excellent, for eating. They're delicious. The trees themselves, the wood is hickory is well known for its strength, for a lot of different purposes, and also the wood is used for smoking meat or smoking anything you like to have a smoky flavor to. You've heard of hickory smoked bacon. So that's just a few of the wonderful things about hickory trees. We need to put an extra effort into having hickory trees spread north. Now I'm going to go down around the corner, and this is just a little fella. Now he's not young. In fact, he's probably 5 or 6 years old. They don't grow fast, but around the corner I have one I probably have had here for 12 years maybe, and I babied it a bit. So we're going to go down around the corner, down through the spooky woods, and then we're coming out into the clearing here, and there in front of us, this tree that's yellow, is a Shagbark Hickory. Yeah, I'd say it's 12 feet tall, maybe 10 or 12, maybe 12. This little fella, oops, I've babied it along, for the past 12, maybe more years. Beautiful tree. Beautiful tree. Yeah, look at that. No, oops, the sun's kind of nasty there, but that's one of the bigger shagbark hickories that we have here. And we sort of scan around there and down there. This one's not as yellow because, oh, and as we travel through, we'll note the butternut tree that I planted, which has no leaves on it. And here's some white oak, or actually they're probably bur oak trees. I planted those this spring. Well, Sherry and I gathered the nuts and grew them in the nursery. So we've got some little baby bur oak. We've planted them all around the property, here, there, and everywhere. But down here is another shagbark hickory. Isn't it gorgeous? Now it's not as yellow as the other because it's kind of shaded a bit, so it's not as ready to drop its leaves. It's a beaut too. That's another shagbark hickory, probably 15 or so years old. I'm going to have to trim out some of these ash trees to give it a little more. I love the ash, they're beautiful trees. We need a little diversity here. So probably maybe that one up there that looks, it's not dead, but it's got no leaves on it. So that's probably a prime suspect for perhaps trimming out to give this little fella some more sun for next year. Anyway, that's a bit of the tour.